So, unwürdiger Sohn freigeschaltet.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
Ich würde sagen...
No. This is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it. What a mess. Come on. Man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Na, dann gehen wir nochmal an die Tür.
Sir Gregory?
Hey.
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk.
Okay,
How are
Bruder.
you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
Ja, wie groß ist die Familie?
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Wir haben Brüder und eine Schwester.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Okay, ja. Gibt es andere Familien?
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Okay. Genug darüber. Warum rebelliert Mortimer?
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Ist er eifersüchtig? Warte mal kurz. Oh. Überzeugung hat er Immunität, gut. Ist er eifersüchtig?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
Gibt es ein Familienoberhaupt?
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Manche sind einfach praktisch nicht. Hier finde ich, warum William sich die Thema.
Well, if our goal is to direct the future of humanity, it'd work out easier through a monarchic system rather than a democracy.
I see you're a quick learner. From now on, you know the fence that separates William from the rest of the family. If only he would stop steering the destinies of certain countries like France or the United States of America in such a dangerous direction. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Ist in Gefahr?
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Ja. Ich komme nicht wieder zurück, okay. Mit Doi kann ich nicht reden.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
Okay, sie will nicht. Geh nicht. Peru. Der abgereist ist nämlich an. Nee, er ist noch da.
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Genau, wenn er dabei sitzt, werde ich schon ausknallen.
Leave me, de Richet. I want nothing more to do with you. I'll have left within the hour, and I wish never to see you again for the rest of my life.
Ich wollte dir nur sagen, dass es mich gefreut hat, dich kennenzulernen und ich wünsche dir viel Glück auf deinem zukünftigen Faden, wo immer sie dich hinführen werden, und hoffe, dass du in Frieden leben kannst. Putzt du seit gestern Nacht hier? Ah, Washington.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
Kann ich nachvollziehen.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Nö, hat er welche?
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Bitte. Mag den Dude. Okay, es war nur ein Becher. Ich dachte, da liegt doch eine Münze. Dann reden wir mal mit dem Herrn Vater. Ich würde ja gern sagen, ich habe die Beweise dafür, dass er der Vater ist, aber war zu spät.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Hat über seinen Vater gesprochen, macht sich Sorgen um Mortimer, Themawechsel. Das kostet nichts.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
Nicht einmal sein Vater?
Like the relationship with your father, for example.
It's sometimes complicated, I must admit. I like to understand things, even if it means thinking outside the box. In fact, that's a character trait that you seem to have inherited.
Ja.
You haven't answered about your father.
What did I tell you? You are too curious, my son. Let time do its work. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died.
Yeah.
We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Will sie Freiheit für den Menschen?
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about.
Ja, aber
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
okay, Emanzipation der Frau.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
Okay, und Religion?
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone, freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
Warum eigentlich nicht?
I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Wie ist das möglich?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Okay, ich bin bereit.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
Zu diesem Behufe möchte ich, dass Piaget den Papst darüber informiert, die Seiten gewechselt zu haben.
Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche.
Und wie?
Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaget's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Viel zu viele Informationen. Okay, ich gehe zu Piaget, mach was mit ihm und ich bin echt gespannt, wo das noch hinführt. Okay. Mr. Washington steht da immer noch.
Please don't hold it against me, but I would like to be alone for a while.
Ja. Was ist hier? Das war das Geheimzimmer. Ja.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Habe ich immer noch nicht. Weiß. Okay, wo ist Piaget? Von Wollner. Hat der mir vielleicht noch was zu sagen?
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something.
Okay.
What a mess.
What?
Looks like Volner was interrupted.
Johann, ich weiß, Sie wollen herausfinden, was mit Elisabeth geschehen ist. Aber das Ganze gerät außer Kontrolle. Ihre Eskapaden auf dem Festland sind kostspielig genug. Ja, es war nicht einfach für sie, Elisabeth einen Monat lang in ihrem Zimmer einzusperren, damit sie Sarah nicht über den Weg läuft. Aber ausbüchsen, ohne Vorwarnung, ich musste lügen, um sie zu decken, Johann. Tun Sie so, als ob Sie alleine angekommen wären vor einigen Tagen und bringen Sie William dazu, das vor den anderen Gästen mitzumachen. Kommen Sie wieder zu sich, reißen Sie sich zusammen. Ich hätte Sie gebeten, etwas zu beschaffen, damit wir es von der Insel bringen können. Nicht, damit Sie in der vagen Hoffnung lesen, Macht dadurch zu erlangen. Sie werden darin keine Antwort finden, das sage ich Ihnen klipp und klar. Sie riskieren höchstens, dass wir es wieder verlieren. Deswegen zum letzten Mal, hinterlegen Sie es bitte am vereinbarten Ort. Jemand wird es umgehend an sich nehmen.
looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Okay. Genauer betrachten. Zeichnung ansehen.
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Wir kennen die Symbole wieder. Ich habe das schon gesehen. Was sind nicht beides eins?
Yes, it's definitely a drawing of the lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy.
Okay. Zurück. Okay.
Golden Elixir.
Ja, gut. Jetzt habe ich wieder Gold Elixir. Ach komm. Ich check
What
das.
a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Genauer betrachten.
Straw on his desk. As if to protect something fragile. Yes. Someone must have packed something away here.
Okay. Das war's dann.
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Und hier halt nicht halt. Hatte ich ja schon. Und so wie ich das kenne, erfahre ich da nichts Neues und gebe einfach nur Zeug aus, weil nämlich viel zu wenig habe.
Those are the maps that Lord Mortimer had on the wall in his room.
Hing an der Wand.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner.
Okay. Er hat die Karten, er hat den Chemiebaukasten. Okay, von Wöllner hat irgendwas noch vor. Aber leider hat er nichts Sinnvolles für mich dabei. Außer, dass ich jetzt weiß, dass er halt irgendwas verschickt hat. Weiß ich nichts Neues. Hier noch irgendwas mitnehmen? Nein. Hier nix, da nix, gar nichts. Ich will nicht nochmal das. Okay. Ich weiß ja jetzt, wer sie getötet hat. Dass ich abgelenkt wurde vorhin. Und sonst ist hier nichts. Nur noch nicht. Okay, Mortimer hat sie getötet. Bla. Oh, ich kann bei Washington rein. Er hat vielleicht auch irgendwas gemacht? Ist da auch ein Dämon? Also in dem Spielkontext meine ich. Die Geschichte könnte frei erfunden sein, steht ja immer am Anfang da. Okay, raus. Okay, dann ist das nur was zum... Hier könntest du was finden, was du noch brauchst. Nächstes Mal war das. Ich bin zurückgelaufen. Ich bin so der Held. So, ich hätte geradeaus weitergehen sollen bei Washington und finde mich jetzt in dem Raum, wo ich immer noch nicht reinkomme. Irgendwann komme ich da bestimmt noch rein. Yachi wollte ich gleich hin. Bei mir komme ich nicht ins Zimmer. Bei Godoy auch nicht.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
Okay, dann nicht. Ach komm.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
Mal gucken, ob sie mir schießt. Ah, sie hat sich besoffen. Okay.
You've been drinking. Why aren't I surprised? Do you think you'll find the solution in alcohol?
Get out of here, Louis. I told you not to come in.
Ich weiß.
First your sister, now my mother? How far will your anger go?
Do you really think I'm not suffering? You know nothing. You understand nothing.
On the contrary, everything that goes on in here is much bigger than you and me. You made your choices and now you're going to have to take responsibility for them. Look, I must tell you something important. Emily, listen to me.
I'm fed up with talking.
It's about what's happening here. It's about Mortimer and home.
I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
I know.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me a welcome.
I don't understand.
Welcome to the family.
You're his daughter?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you my sister?
Yes. Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we... I feel so ashamed, Louis. And that means Emma is your sister too.
Oh, shit. I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke on the boat. And now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
Wir haben einen Fehler gemacht.
We couldn't have known. We made a mistake, damn it. Oh, that feeling. It hurts all of a sudden. She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts. Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you then. Thank you, Emily.